headed to work. Yes, I'm going to work. And I gotta tell you that I thought I was off of this subject, but this is a hot topic, man. It's a hot topic with what happened in September 11th. And you know, I got people with all these comments, you know, everybody's like saying, oh, that didn't happen. It didn't go that way. I got proof right here. What proof do you have? This comes directly from the federal government. You know what I say? I say you take that paper that you have from the federal government and wipe your hiney with it, because that's all that it's good for. If you are going to tell me that you believe what the government is telling you on how this all went down that day, that's gonna be a rough wipe. I'm telling you, it's gonna hurt. Okay? Because there's nobody other than the people that are making sense on what happened that day that I believe. And I do believe that those planes did not crash. I believe those planes were landed. Did those people die? Yes. They had to. The people on those planes had to die. But they didn't die crashing into buildings, and they didn't die hitting the ground. It was very well planned out on how they did this. In the history of plane crashes, there's never been a plane that hit the ground and totally disintegrated. You have fighter jets that have crashed, and there are sections of the freaking plane. Give me a freaking break, people. Seriously? You have people calling from their cell phones. You're not gonna get cell phone service up in the air like that. And it's really quiet. Quietest freaking plane. What was it, a hot air balloon? Come on, man. Seriously. There isn't anybody that's going to persuade me to thinking that the government wasn't behind this shit, because they were, okay? And as an American, I've been born here. I love my country. I love the people here. It disturbs the hell out of me knowing that our government knew about it and didn't do shit about it. And they sit in their high chairs and they look out their window and they said, holy shit, people are jumping out of that building. Put yourself in that situation. How do you think these family members feel watching their loved one jumping to their death? Because you believe our government had nothing to do with it. Well, let me tell you what. On a state, on a local, and a federal level, when it comes to government, it's all corrupt. All of it's corrupt. Your money's going into somebody's pocket. Your money's not being used for what it's supposed to. There's so much corruption, it's unbelievable. And it's not just the United States, it's all over the world. September 11th was a very well-planned tragedy. Look at the families and look at them straight in their face. And you tell them what you think. Because there are actual family members who have lost a loved one, whether it be a sister, a brother, a wife, a husband, that do not believe what the government is telling them. Because things do not line up. You cannot make calls from these planes at a certain height. There is no service. I've flown internationally enough to know that's exactly how it works. You cannot use your cell phone. I believe these planes were landed. Those people on the planes did die. They didn't die hitting buildings, and they didn't die hitting the ground. Okay? And I'm sorry, but my proof is what the people had seen, and that's all the proof you need. What more could you ask for? Here in Pennsylvania, hundreds upon hundreds of people saw what they saw, okay? And it sure as hell wasn't a commercial airliner. Now, I will share this with you. I have a co-worker. On September 11th, 2001, he was working in Somerset, Pennsylvania. He claims, okay, that he did see a commercial airliner. Him and a group of guys he was working with. But that commercial airliner was also being followed by 2 F-18 jets. Military. Okay? Could it have been that was Flight 93 being taken somewhere to land? Because it sure as hell didn't hit the ground. I believe this one lady in Shanksville, I believe what she saw. It didn't have wings. And I believe that's what made the 20-foot hole into the ground. The 20-foot hole in the ground. Planes just do not disappear. Okay? You watch some of these air shows where there was a tragedy of a fighter jet or something out of control, and it freaking crashes to the ground. You have freaking pieces of the plane laying everywhere. It doesn't just disintegrate, and that's got jet fuel. Come on, man. You know, I'm sorry, but it just disturbs me to think that people out there still, you have that percentage of people that believe everything the government tells them. Everything. Our government did not do this. How could you possibly believe that our government was behind this? Our government may not have been fully 100% responsible, but our government knew about it and didn't do anything about it. That is a fact. Our government was notified about terroristic threats using planes. That is a fact. They were told that terrorists were going to attack America using planes. And they didn't do a damn thing about it. That information was coming out right after it happened. That's the truth. I can believe that, because it always takes a tragedy to happen in America before our fucking government will do anything about it. Take that piece of paper you have, wipe your ass with it, because that's as good as it's gonna, that's all it's good for. That's all it's good for. You have too many of us that are real about it. We're getting real about it, because you know what? In God we trust, and the truth will come out eventually. The truth is coming. And all these things that they're coming out with, it makes sense. What the government says doesn't make any freaking sense at all. I'm pretty much done. I'm just letting y'all know how I feel about the whole thing. I think it's disgusting. It's just disgusting. You got corruption all over the world, y'all. All over the world. It's not just in the United States. People suffer in some way, shape, or form around the world. Whether it be with hunger, God has produced so much food. It's disturbing. Why are people starving? Why? There is so much food. Nobody has to starve. It's because of the corruption. I just hope more people start getting real about it and understand that we do have corrupt government, and you know, my heart goes out to the families of the victims. And my gosh, I can't even imagine what that was like. I can't even imagine, y'all, what that was like for those people. The World Trade Center coming down. I can't even stomach it. Alright, y'all, I'm done. I gotta go to work now. You all have a great day. Keep it real and love the ones that you're with. Peace out.